Well, this one looks like it's going to be a big deal. The final big deal of them all. Well, besides the actual one. Charge! With my new siege weapons for our biggest siege.
Meve's force reached Cavaldon, a small, rundown town.
The Blackclads! They've a strong garrison in place,
Proclaimed her scouts upon returning from a foray.
and they stand prepared for a siege. Their stores overflow, and we've seen ballistas, scorpions.
Cavaldon can be taken,
Began Reynard hesitantly.
but not without losses. Considerable losses.
A retreat. Is that what you advise?
I fear the soldiers wouldn't take to such a course. They're eager, Your Grace. They've a fire in them. Order a retreat and you could devastate morale.
It's also this is the only path forward.
Our losses may be heavy,
Said Meve, drawing her sword.
but I'll make certain the vile invader suffers even more. Order the troops to prepare. We will attack.
Soon after, the Lyrians moved on Cavaldon, war drums rumbling in step to their march. Upon the walls, the Nilfgaardians stood poised to defend.
When the Lyrians approached the walls of Cavaldon, they were greeted with a hail of bolts and arrows. The Nilfgaardians had made clear they had no intention of surrendering the city without a fight. Yet, if they believed such a tactic sufficient to discourage Meve's siege, a harsh truth awaited them. Story battle, shortened, the Siege of Cavaldon. You could devastate morale with this retreat you can't actually do canonically in the story. Ooh, immediately drew 2 of these, alright. So they gave me a castle gate and a palisade, the usual. It's such a weird mechanic. Oh no, it'll boost one of my enemies a little bit. Every 4 turns on turn start, draw a card if you were... Okay, so this is standard-ish. Alright. Stuff that attacks is generally better. Maybe. I do need summoners, though. Okay, we're starting. Can't really move them much. How did I do that? Okay, I can get the summoning engine going if I at least put Odo on top of the deck. There we go. Doggo!
My, now that is some fancy weaponry. And it's still got that new war machine smell.
Oops. I didn't mean to skip that. I didn't know it was coming. I wanted to look at this card. Heavy Fire Scorpion. Damage all enemies by 1. Cooldown 2. Death Wish. Damage all enemies on this row by 4. Not the best for taking cities, but great for raising them to the ground. It also doesn't have immunity. It don't have no immunity. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting that it's not a boss? Anyway. What? What? Cannot target bosses. Not a boss. Cool. It does. It's not even a mobile. What? What? Let's see. What's the technicality here? Is it that it has to be a not... Is it because of unit? The ill-defined term of unit? Because the game doesn't define what is and isn't a unit, but I guess it's a machine is not a unit, I guess, so the card got wasted. It's frustrating because this is absolutely a unit in most games. Maybe not this, but definitely this. What do you mean I can't seize it? Frustrating. Frustrating through ambiguity. Alright, well there goes that turn.
Wise choice.
Naturally. At once.
Let's get this started.
Time for one like me.
If I put Odo on top, I can put another summoner on the top now. Or oof, or fire. I have a decent amount of drawing power, so I don't need that many drummers. If this, especially if this drummer stays alive, then Odo can keep letting it summon again every few turns. Whereas I can use this guy and other cards. Also, this one might draw drummers on its own. I could use that fire.
Catch! Her Majesty is exceptional.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
So does the damage, one way or another. We're at 14 now. Yeah, let's get these every turn attacks started. I should have put him next to the drummer so that they could share a Hajduk if I draw one. Whoops. So it begins. How many layered boosts are happening? Gotta get rid of that armor so they stop boosting each other, because I think that's the main thing that's happening. Is it's just that they have so many of that unit that they're all boosting like crazy. But I can work on that. See, my highest unit is 18, so I can boost somebody by 18 if I play this card. Or I could wait and see if I get a better chance as we go forward. Oh, more drummers.
Left, right, left, right.
I should have used Meve's ability first, so I could have controlled what I drew instead of getting drummers again. Ooh, that's pretty good. But you're pretty good too. You're pretty good too. All the siege weapons, everybody attack. Yes. Gotta burst through all that armor. Oh wait, I can just keep attacking the same unit. I didn't think about that. There we go, no more armor to boost with. Isn't this fun? God, that's so much attack.
Life is mine now.
Another one.
That is the white of an eye from half a league away.
Die, armor. Yeah. 3. Boop. Boop. Yeah, let's just destroy this guy. I was really failing to realize that I could just focus fire one guy. It's kind of unexpected. Ooh. Oh, the explosion of killing that unit finally triggered after it did 3 attacks, right. Oh.
Looking to dance, mate.
How's everyone feeling in that Nilfgaardian army? I'm just intentionally not destroying the castle gate because that makes them weaker. I've said it plenty before, I know, but this mechanically is so contradictory. It's bizarre. I have good cards. Damage them by 34, play trinket. I mean, this is clearly more consistently better, I guess. And in a moment, I'll boost her by 18, I guess. There's not going to be enough people to attack.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Hey now. Hey now. Calm down. Oh, right. That person was more damaged. Should I use it now? These people have all these nice abilities that I can use for free. So 6 damage, 6 damage, 6 damage, 18 total. That's 16, 20. Yeah, they'll survive it, but not this. Oh, one of them survived anyway. I mean, I don't want to attack my own guys. But you guys can keep that wall if you like losing, I guess. Yay. Actually, I should kill the wall, huh? At this point, his limitations. I mean, he does force them to play their older cards in the fire. But this boosts all enemies by 2, which is all my units, so it's pretty strong. I don't know. Ooh, attack, and then Reynard will let everyone go again. Oh man. Maximum disrespect at the moment. Just rude. Oh my god. There's a lot of abilities on the board right now. Damn. There we go. There goes your cards. And now I can draw Gascon. Yeah, that was pretty ruthless. I just killed my own card to draw a better card. I feel bad, but not bad enough to not do that. Is it worth attacking? I guess so. I do have to pass now. Yeah. Zoom. Look how strong everybody is. And nary a person to target. Yeah, I don't really have anyone I'd want to target right now. Definitely would have been nice to use the wine now instead of earlier. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I didn't really anticipate drawing Gascon, but boosting somebody by 38 would have been a lot. But they have, it's currently 0 to 278, so I don't think I have to worry.
A highly curious case.
Oh, he has so many characters to heal.
Dum anime est, spes est.
Wow, all you have left is medics, huh? They showed up 1 turn too late.
That is what you folk lack.
Oh no, that's a card you definitely would want to have play sooner, but he just drew it. Oh, set 1 enemy unit. Oh, I didn't get to read it. It set 1 unit to a power of 1 and then does something else 3 turns later, I think. Didn't get a chance to read it because the match is over.
The Nilfgaardians had indeed prepared well, with grapples to repel hook ladders from the walls and long spears to rain down upon attackers far below. Meve managed on the 4th attempt to breach the defenses, but did so scrambling over the corpses of her own men. The Queen was in the field tent when Reynard arrived with surprising news. To be heard over the groans of the wounded, he had to raise his voice.
Your Grace, a delegation of townsfolk. They seek an audience urgently.
Dozens of burghers stood before the tent. Between them and the Queen, a man knelt in shackles. His face was blooded as if he'd endured a vicious beating just moments before.
Who's this?
Our blacksmith, Todo.
Snarled a priestess in a frayed robe.
He betrayed you, Your Grace. Soon after the Nilfgaardians arrived, within hours in truth, he offered his labor and strength. They didn't even need to ask. Forged arms and armor for them, all for imperial gold.
Meve gripped the beaten man's beard, tugged upwards, and looked him in the eyes.
Did you forge the hooks and the tips for those spears?
I did, Your Grace.
It was fine work.
Growled the Queen.
Damned fine.
Show him mercy, milady!
Cried a withered old man in a flour-spattered apron.
When the black-clad bastards captured my son, they were eager to hang him. Todo spoke for him, saved his life.
He helped me too.
Hollered a woman in the crowd.
I were hungry. He shared what little he had.
The townsfolk began shouting over one another. Some told of the blacksmith's noble deeds. Others labelled him a traitor deserving of a cruel and violent end. Meve turned back towards the field hospital, pondering the case. Then spotted her soldiers' corpses laid out in rows. Had it not been for Todor, there might not have been so many.
Mother!
Willem's voice pierced the air, replete with tension.
My offences were far graver, yet you showed me compassion.
Kill, lash, or release. So what it sounds like is he was probably... Something that's noteworthy is that everyone calls him a traitor, but they don't actually talk about anything he did bad. Just that besides the obvious thing of working for Nilfgaard, they don't talk about him doing any misdeeds. They talk about all of his deeds individually being good. Yeah, like helping them. So it does sound a lot like he intentionally volunteered to join them so that he could use his position to help his people. But while doing so, he was creating weapons of war that ultimately harmed us more. Not in actuality, because in actuality, my weapons of war were way cooler, and I stomped all over his weapons of war. And the only death I suffered was when I attacked my own character. and when I passed, it was 270 something to 0. So in gameplay terms, his assistance to Nilfgaard was negligible. But in narrative, there's piles of bodies. How devastating! That was such a bloody, horrible fight. I can't believe I'm playing on the hardest difficulty in this game. It is not really balanced for difficulty. I don't know. I imagine that if you release him, there's a morale penalty, and certain people might be very mad at you in general, and the people might revolt in some way, and it might hurt your support. But you probably, I imagine that if you release him, he helps you in turn. He might even join your team or something, or give you a new card or something like that. If you have him lashed, that might be a decent compromise. Couldn't think of the word compromise for a second there. That might be a decent compromise in that he does get publicly punished, but doesn't actually get killed for what he did. Lashing's pretty brutal though, and I bet that it stops him from being particularly loyal to you regardless. Or you can just kill him, which satisfies half the crowd but not the other half. Although even the lashing is bad for everyone who wants you to not punish him, although those people might might see it as an intentional mercy of avoiding the public execution. But Willem makes a good point in that his offenses are much worse, and he hasn't even suffered a punishment directly, which is something I remarked on a while ago, how like the people in seats of power can be the ones causing this entire conflict and then can weirdly get away without any consequence, whereas the little people often are punished much more violently for playing their small part in the whole thing. It's not easy, and I have taken the approach of breaking down that boundary when I can, like all these moments where Nilfgaardian characters like hide behind protocol and etiquette and the local rules that make this so I can't touch them, and then I just violently murder them when they claim that that's going to be something that's going to stop me. Yeah, this one might have consequences.
This man forged arms for the Nilfgaardians. 'Tis true,
said Meve to the crowd.
Yet you, Baker, baked the bread they ate. And you, Potter, stained the cups from which they drank. Willingly or not, each of you aided the invader. Where does pursuing one's craft end and treason begin? I've no answer to that. So I shan't punish any for doing merely what's theirs to do.
Upon hearing the verdict, the Queen's troops stared in disbelief, then began to boil. As she walked back calmly to the tent, they jeered and hissed. At the last, it took Reynard to calm them down. Meve had saved Todor, but she was convinced she'd not see the blacksmith again. Come evening, he returned to the camp, with a wagon full of arms so new they shone.
If it weren't for you, your grace, they'd have torn me to bits with their bare hands,
he said, kneeling before her.
I thank you for speaking up for me. For my innocence, that is. I've a gift for you. A gift I knows you'll put to proper use.
Meve took a spear in hand, put it to her shoulder, and gazed down the shaft. The tip glowed red in the light of the setting sun.
Of that, my friend, you can be sure.
Meve spear. There's a new one. Oh, it only went down to neutral. This is the most openly hostile that the troops have ever been in the story, and it was like, eh. Alright. What's your cooldown? 4? Set a unit's power to 1, then trigger all unit allies' loyal abilities. Damn. Damn. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. So many different Meves, and that's even including all the ones I've missed over the course of the game. Being able to choose what happens next is pretty good, though. When it comes to my draws, I keep throwing Odo on the top of the deck to draw him. This gives me a very powerful ability to damage the enemy's power while slightly slowing down my loyal engine, while also making it harder to control what I draw. But its power might be worth the offset of how effective my how reliable my draws are. Could be. Either way, it's fun to play with the new toy.
Freedom will cost us dearly. Dearly indeed. Freedom will cost us dearly. Dearly indeed.
How could you, your majesty? He's crafted weapon for it blackclads. The very same what killed our lads. How could you, your
I mean, I feel like I explained, but okay. She is astonishingly articulate. I know it's the writers and everything, but I'm just saying, like, the writers did a great job in coming up with her, like, inspired speeches where she says some pretty profound things in many of the cases. She's very observant and thoughtful in a way that you don't really expect.
Your Majesty, the hut's untouched. Ripe grain in the fields, 'tis hard to believe. I feared we'd have another Eddern here, with the blackclads setting fire to all.
I feared nothing of the sort. Nilfgaard's not stupid. Lands it aims to hold, it doesn't destroy. And Willem did bend the knee to the Emperor.
It would be a little weird if their leader was like, here we're loyal to you, there we go, yeah, and then they bring them in, and then they burn their lands afterwards. That'd be a weird approach. Oh, that guy's getting whipped. Hey, here it come. Are you ready for your lashes, Nilfgaard? In captivity, when the scouts returned with information that Nilfgaard's slavers had set camp nearby, Meve let out a heavy sigh. She knew she must free her subjects, yet she also knew that when threatened, the Blackclad's whip and hands would turn those very subjects against her. We'll see how that goes. Man, you're a scary card. Alright. Ooh, that's always a fun thing to draw. I don't have any fire for you. I can use you to take 2 of their units for my own, which probably makes them retreat faster due to lack of good cards generally. All right. All right. I guess I can use Ziglin. No, you're in the wrong row. You could have been in the row that would give you both buffs. You did it wrong, doggy. You did it wrong.
$152, $154.
Damage enabled by number of allied units. Yeah, very effective. Boost self by 8 and gain resilience. Don't mind if I do. Yay! What a fun effect to have access to. Anyway, it's 0 to 35. Would you like to pass?
This one's got spirit.
Hey. Claiming it doesn't do anything. And he also took away the unit that I didn't need that badly. Yeah. Could kill him. That's always an option. I have the power. Ouchie. Alright, now it's 0 to 41, 0 to 50. How you feeling, Nilfgaard? What do you know? He boosted up now. Isn't that fun? Oh wait, I have to pass. 0 to 54. That's a very large sword, by the way, if we go by human scale here. Holy crap. The hilt is as long as their legs. I don't think even Spyhanders are that big. That's excessive. Do I want you? I kind of want him to play another recruit so I can get another resilience unit. He's kind of underwhelming. It's semi-tempting just to pass. Just because I'm winning by so much. Maybe he will next. He probably didn't want to discard a card, so he probably went down to 7 cards for that purpose. I don't really want to use my card drawing cards because I'm winning by so much that getting an engine going is stupid. I don't really need to kill his units. I find myself in a situation sometimes where I'm winning by so much that I genuinely don't even know what to do with my turn because I just don't have anything left to do. Like, I'm fine. But if I pass, he might actually keep playing until he wins. I don't know, it's still wasteful. I'll take the card advantage if he bothers to keep playing until he wins the round. I won't be discarding anything, but he'll have to spend more cards just to catch up. And my 2 characters with resilience will stay on my team unless he does something to take them back. He does have slaver cards, though. Just feels irresponsible to play anything when I'm winning by 50 already. But yeah, maybe he'll steal this guy back, the promising recruit. I definitely like the idea of stealing a unit from him that has resilience and just having that. Oh, he passed. He saw it as being more smarter to not try to keep going. Did he default back to his original state? Do I have to play 2 cards to make him strong again? I wonder. I haven't paid that close attention to how that card works before. We should probably open with a ballista so it can attack every turn. Just hope it doesn't get destroyed. And I can also still seize one of his units with the blacksmith, so he's not in good shape. Ooh! Owie. He might play better cards. I can't look at his cards though, right? So yeah, I don't know what he'll have. Still, do I really want their slavers? Not really, right? So ultimately, I'd rather steal their recruits, their promising recruits, to my team than bother with trying to deal with their slavers. Role-playing, I guess. This guy has a countdown and that guy doesn't, so I don't think this guy's gonna boost. I think the boost only lasts that round, and then he reverts back to being a shitty recruit after that, unfortunately. So his power does not stand. And I don't think he can do it again, because this guy clearly has a symbol, this guy doesn't. That's too bad. Oh, the slaves. That's unfortunate. Yep. If I kill it, it'll keep coming back. Also, just not generally a great feeling to be attacking the slaves.
Wanna know why I got my star?
Instead, I'll just make them weak. There we go. That goes through armor. It's a hell of a spear. You're in a tough spot, Nilfgaard. Oh wow, there's actually, I didn't notice them at first. There's clearly an entire line of Nilfgaardian soldiers on both sides of the top of the screen. Hey, stop that. You're damaging slaves to boost other slaves. Wait, you're an idiot. You damage them by 4 to boost them by 1. Why would you even... What? What? Dumb. Let's start the summoning cycle. Wow, I have a lot of these guys. Anyway. There we go. It's fun to start beating on a slaver when they finally showed up. The computer has to think extra hard when it doesn't actually have a chance of winning. Maybe they're not entirely stupid. They're probably trying to kill it so that they can respawn it with full power. That makes some sense.
Again and again and again.
Now you're both unarmored. I'm trying not to attack the slaves because they'll just respawn. So I'll wait for one more unit before I use that guy. Yeah, I'm enjoying this muzzle card. Look at all this power it gave me. Helps offset the hand advantage that Nilfgaard already has too, because they always draw extra cards when they're losing, and they're usually losing. Actually, do you have that? Oh, he has the attack. He basically has this guy's ability, but every 3 turns, so less effectively. I would like, yeah, I want to get rid of you now because you're actually going to be attacking me. Working on that. Oh, you like that, Gascon? Big fan. Oh, hey, more. Almost dead.
Left, right, left. What now?
Ah, a little late to draw you, but okay. Oh.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
No AoE this time. I have not seen a firebomber all game. I almost think I accidentally removed them from the deck or something. Whoever you play next, I'm gonna make them have 1 power.
Catch him! He's worth 20 florins!
Oh, I don't like that. It occurs to me that you could use Meve's ability to attack a very strong unit on your team, reducing them to 1, and then you probably could use what's her name's ability to attack the enemy based on how much damage we've sustained, which would make equal damage happen to the enemy. Not sure why you do that though, because it would make both teams go down by the same amount. I guess it would be useful if the enemy has some abilities you really want to get rid of by carpet bombing their entire side of the field, I guess. Definitely want to play Gascon before I play Lyrian, for obvious reasons. Anyway, I would like to have that unit back, please. There we go. Why, thank you, sir. Oh, he got more bonuses. Isn't that fun? Everyone gets more numbers on my end. Hooray.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
I gotta be a little careful. I'm gonna run out of space, and I need Gascon to get played. So I definitely want to boost somebody by 38. I don't need it because I'm winning, but I want it. I want it bad. We're already at 8 down here. So 7 up top. So I can fit 3 units total. So that guy's summon and that Royal Decree would be too many cards. Probably should just play Gascon next, then the Lyrian, then do whatever I can to call more units. He took the dog? He's not even that good. Move the lowest enemy unit to this. Oh yeah, he does take the lowest unit. So I guess you're stuck with the dog, because he's not that good. It's precisely why you took him. Alright. Let's get playing. He gets even more bonuses, which just adds to how much I'm gonna get here. Okay. I never drew another one of these guys either. And bloop. Make sure that 1 damage goes somewhere. Nope, there's Blitz. Oh. Oh no. Bad news, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Puppers. All right. Well, we're all out of units, so definitely playing that next. I haven't killed the slaves so far. I feel all right about that. Anyway, here's the scary button. Plus 52. Oh boy. Just plugging away at this guy. Click, click, click. Hey, bonus. Click, click, click. I'm trying not to attack the slaves still, because they will die. And so far I've not killed them, and I kind of feel good about that. So I'm attacking the armor of a few units and my horn that's just a target sink. Yeah. I guess I should have waited till next turn actually, because he'll play one more unit for me to attack. So that was dumb on my part. I forgot that I have one more turn before I have to pass. Whoops. This is about the best condition I could possibly be in. A very full board with all sorts of abilities, and if they kill any of my units, I can summon 3 more just with one click. Hey, I like that card. Aw, you took the card that's the primary way that I could even avenge said card. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to kill him or anything. Floop. Another drummer.
Right.
Because of course another drummer. They only have a few units. I should attack this guy because I can go straight for his health. And these are just summoners I can't use. Or at worst, they would summon a spy that would stay on their side of the board and give them points. 26 to 270. He had one last wave of slaves. Should have played them sooner. They soak up damage and can infinitely respawn as far as I can tell. Maybe he drew it late. One more battle added. We're coming up on the grand finale. We saved you. Bye. It's just the opposite of how articulate she normally is. Ciao, y'all. Enjoy freedom or whatevs.